Alright dudes, how's it going, and welcome back to how to successfully fail Resident Evil 3 to set 4, and from what I've been led to believe, unfortunately the last fucking set's been great as RE3. Or a definite continue. I fucked about at the end of last stream, I believe, with the Magnum. Quite fucking choice. That thing was nasty, that shit did work. I think it was just around the corner here, there's a bunch of payloads. And this thing did fucking work on them. Almost had to take it again, but I don't think I need to. Pistol's alright, grenade launcher's alright, plenty of healing. I am not destroying the lockpicks, they are mine. Yeah, fuck it. Do I not have a weapon equipped? How is that even... How would I even go about that? Did I have something equipped and then put it in the trunk? I don't even know how you don't... I know how you don't equip a weapon. I just don't know when I'd ever do that. Alright, no worries. Wait, which memory's right?
First blood.
The first blood one, maybe. Hey, thank you very much, Gutex. 8 months from fella, and he was saying, love me horror, love me playthroughs, love me fail, simple as. Hey, good to hear, dude. Simple fucking guy with simple plan over here as well. Thank you very much there, Gutex. Much appreciated, dude. Thank you very much.
Combo kill.
Oh wait, you got Caution here. I hope you're having a good, good afternoon there. 65 months on Caution, like I say, I hope you're alright, dude. Said, didn't even get the notice you were online. What's up, my dude? Hey, not too much, dude.
First blood.
Thank you very much there, Caution. Like I say, good to see you, man. Good to, Caution's like old school as fuck. Really good to see you there, dude. And, just a guy live as well with 4 months saying, let's get it done. We shall indeed. When I find where I'm looking... Is it... Oh, it's this thing. Okay, I was like, what the fuck is the machine that you throw all this shit into? And over the taco there with 9 months as well. Not to catch a streamer says, hey, good to have you, dude. I hope you enjoy. Thank you very much there, fellas. Cheers for the subs. Hot peeps. Wait.
Unauthorized materials detected.
Either I've got this wrong or I'm missing a step.
What, that one?
Unauthorized materials
Oh, for
detected.
fuck. I was just about to say as well. Which memory is correct? Is it the one where I got it and I needed something else? Or was it the one where I'd actually gone and got what I needed and then I was supposed to come back on this set? It turns out, no. Still missing something. Got the vaccine equipment there, not getting out anywhere down here. These... Post-production of antibodies when combined with an antigen used to synthesize a vaccine. Used to synthesize a vaccine. Oh, it goes back, Caution. Fucking way back, dude. Way back. Some of the earliest streams, if I remember correctly, and I think it's actually before that. I'm not sure. It might be YouTube. Look inside of shit, like quite a while, dude. Like, do I combine these things? Oh, for fuck! Like, that legitimately could have taken me fucking a while there. I wasn't even serious. I was fucking around. This is technically a vaccine. What? Yeah. I mean, if you say so, like... I know that's a right easy fucking thing there, but I'm fucking serious, man. I could have been running... You saw me looking at the map. I could have been running around the fucking area. Yeah, that sounds about right as well, like, about 11 or 12 years ago, like I say... It feels like right early stream days, but maybe even earlier than that, like just before the Twitch streams. Like just definitely before I got a partner, I think. I'm not sure, somewhere around then. Like I said, cheers again there, fella. 65 fucking months, crazy. I'll just say, like, thank fuck for Auto-G was gonna be running around. I know. I was seriously fucking like, I could have sworn I had this all set up last stream. Like I was supposed to just go over here and do something. What do you want? Oh, okay. Oh! What? I guess I didn't do anything. Oh! I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I guess that's right. I don't even know what that puzzle fucking wanted. I'm clueless. More now than before. It gave me something nice and fucking pink over here. I guess it's purple, but whatever. Jesus Christ. That's bright for a fucking neon rave, is that shit? Get the fuck out. Yeah, I almost don't want to touch it. It's so fucking violent pink. Oh, dude. Shot. I think more of a soaring action was needed. Rather than a shanky shank. It's not fucking the prison showers. It's as violent. Probably worse. But it's not the actual prison showers. Probably want to deploy something other than a shank. Oh. Fucking camera got deep in there, Jesus. Oh, I love like fucking 40 FOV vents. Because there's gonna be nothing gonna grab me as soon as I crawl through a row. I fucking told you! That's not even clever what I just said. Holy shit, he's ooh, that was some nice cameras there. He's looking slightly more fucked up there. Don't remember him having such great tentacle last time I saw him. Oh, W, but am I supposed to keep pressing it, or I guess hold it. I guess holding it counts. Can I strafe left? Nope. Can I strafe right? Nope. I guess just keep holding W. I think I'm doing pretty well in the W section there. That's a PB. They really liked fire in RE3. I mean, me too. Like, they used it a lot, and it actually looked pretty fucking. Oh, oh, very nice. Generally, if they're gonna light up a fan and do something like that, they make the fan go real slow. Very good. Oh, high-grade gunpowder, fucking first aid. What you got in there? More high-grade gunpowder, fucking sweet. What you got in there? Is it no? Is it a pencil loader? It's both. But oh, okay, more grenades. Fuck me. Nice. Holy shit! What's? Oh, okay. Wait a minute. If it's just showing you fucking nemesis like that, do I need that? I'm gonna take it anyway. If it's just showing you nemesis like that, chances are that's bad time are coming. Plenty of explosive rounds. I'll take the mine rounds out. Combine with gunpowder to create shotgun shells, or combine with another high-grade gunpowder to make mag ammo. I shall leave the one flame round, one acid round, one mine round. Don't need my shotgun out, it's not going to do much for me. We'll take the mag ammo. We'll take the magnum. I'll take my grenades. Nah, I'll take an extra heal. Oh, I've got one here, hang on. Flashbang. Knife can go. Surely knife can go. If it's not, if I'm down to knife, it seems like you're not really down to anything. Actually, let's do assault there. There we go. Looks alright. I'll take the pistol. I've got so many grenade rounds. How the fuck am I ever going to get to pistol? But right, 3 full heals. In fact, you know what? Just for there we go. Like, goddamn. I can't even actually get all the grenades on the same row, but for the sake of niceness, let's have the flame before the explosive, and then go into something like that. Magnum's just hanging out down here. You know what, something like that. Like, holy, in fact, you know what, just cause, oh, first blood. Who's this? Kyo, thank you very much, dude. Kyo Sunbringer for 5 months saying, hey, another sub, another day. Thank you very much there, dude. Have a good stream, dude. I need to catch you on the VODs, but good luck. Hey, I hope you enjoy, dude. I hope you enjoy, Kyo. Like, Resident Evil 3's been a fucking blast, man. That's 3 solid sets of me having a fucking blast, so I hope you enjoy as well, man. Thank you very much. And, hey, good evening there, Mr. Mad Scientist. How you going, dude? I am not bad. Quite loaded on shit here. Plenty of pistol, plenty of... What's in the thing at the moment? 6 acid rounds. Looks like it. I think that will be enough. I think that will be enough. I think the grenades alone will be enough. The magnum's almost overkill and pistol as well. I don't know if this is the last fight, or the second to last fight, or fucking not even close and still a ways off, but... I'm coming in there prepared. Save 39, okay. Damn it, got up there. Who's this? Dragon Lord Rossalon saying you. How you going, dude? Is that a note on the wall? Oh, it is. Holy shit. I'm never quite sure sometimes in RE3. Disposal Center. Disposal Center protocols. This facility is to be used for the I was going to say the discussion. The dissolution and disposal of test subjects used in Nest 2 experiments, the potent solvents used will ensure that any biological matter within the vat, living or dead, is completely dissolved and ready for disposal. Bit of Breaking Bad action going off over here. Walter would be happy. Please follow all safety protocols when using the disposal center. Walter would be very fucking happy. Always confirm that no employees are in the chamber before beginning the dissolution process. Always use the regulated amounts of solvent, regardless of the volume or mass being disposed of. If a test subject If a test subject reacts violently, as you would expect, do not halt the disposal process. Leave the chamber filled for at least 12 hours, then check for complete dissolution before draining. Oh, very nice. So if someone's not having a great go with it, as one tends to have in acid or whatever this shit is, yeah, don't worry about it. Tends to happen that. Just kind of leave it. Come back after a little bit. It'll be all right.
In God's name is this place?
Looks like fucking Half-Life 1's test chamber sort of thing right at the beginning of that fucking game where you wheel that shit in. Kind of. Got the same vibe. Oh my god, I literally cannot carry all these flame rounds. I'm gonna have to leave them there. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. No, I don't. I'm gonna. No, wait, just in case I need them later on. Such a fucking tight ass. Oh my god, there's almost another stack in it. Dude, I just wanna take them out. I just wanna put them in. Wait. Oh, shit! That's not what I wanted. Take out 3. There we go. Such a tight ass. I don't know if I need them in this fight. I don't know if I could come back later on and pick them up, but you know what? They're getting stashed either way. Oh, there's an autosave right there as well. You know what? You can go fuck yourself. It's time for a grenade launcher and what was the key? Nah, right, okay. Dirty. I was on a fucking reload cancel there. God damn it, just poked his head through. Hello. What the fuck? I loved his entrance. It's like a dog getting stuck through a fucking door frame or something then. Like, what the fuck? Why does nobody hold on to the virus samples correctly? Everyone is doing this.
The city needs that vaccine.
More than I do. I don't think the wisdom I've been trying to impart on you is getting through. Now I know you can't put a price on life. But I'm in this business to get paid. So let's make a deal. You go down there, battle the Nemesis, and I'll record it all and sell the combat data. Put on a good show, and maybe I don't need the vaccine. Agreed? Good.
Despite him being an arsehole, I actually quite like Nikolai's alright. Oh shit, okay, it won't fucking about. Okay. Hey, oh my god, it won't give me my inventory. You've got to be fucking shitting me. That's the scariest fucking thing I've seen in the game so far. What the fuck is going on? That better not have done any damage. Oh, what? I am not even fucking kidding. I could not bring up the inventory. So right at the start, right at the start, I'm trying to change fucking weapon over, and hey, I don't know about that. That was sketchy. And now I'm now that was outright horrific. I mean, hey, good to see a death fucking scene. It's been the only one he fucking gets. Like, I am not kidding. It locked me on position. Could not get my inventory up. It actually, like, it took me from fine to fucking danger. And then when I did actually get control, I was in a corner pretty much of Gib and shit. Like, what the fuck? That set me up to, like a... fuck me. Like, they did it again. You literally can't get to the inventory straight away. That is blagging. Ooh, not yet though. I don't even have a gun equipped. What the fuck? Ring ring. Look at this fucking rotational fucking greatness. I don't think I actually caused it to switch into the next one there. Nope. Man, this is...
Jill, is that you?
I was saying, like, there's no way this guy's got game with the amount of grenades I've got. Hey, it's my fucking guy. Let me spot for you. No fucking wait. I mean, this fucking guy would be heavy, like. Come bench fucking this fucking form of nemesis. Any form of fucking nemesis, but you know, still. Oh, I almost got him with that. Where is it?
Watch it, you've got company.
Yeah, no, I've actually lost the big motherfucker. What the fuck? Where is it? Oh my god, there he is.
He's hiding behind tank 1. He's behind number 1.
That got him. Whee!
Now, rip that fucker apart.
Just keep fucking on him with this one now. I don't need any fancy switching stuff. Get for a full reload there while I can. Actually, no, just change rounds. To the mine rounds, that's perfect. Look at him fucking slide off. Oh shit. You know what? And for you as well, mate. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god. Oh my, he keeps going. He keeps fucking going. Holy shit, that's worrying. I'll give him that. He's got a good attack when he wants.
Here comes some more.
You're not too fussed about them. Oh shit, where is it?
Number 2.
Yeah, that's it, to the flame rounds. That to corral everybody into the right place again. Hopefully get on top of Nemesis with those two. Is it just 2 of them? I think so. They get fucking stampeded. That'd kill me. I think it killed them actually again.
Got some more incoming.
That's okay. So far it's been actually pretty tame.
Go.
Oh, I didn't get my dodge out. I actually thought I did because it went all fucking cloudish and shit like from all the smoke. I actually thought I got my dodge out for a sec there, but no dice. Oh, I didn't get that one out either. Oh, what's he doing there? She doing there even? Nice. Nice. Oh my god, I wasn't showing the speed. Damn. Was not showing the speed. Oh, fuck that. Oh, get a refund. You know what, should be able to get all 3 with that. Yep, very nice. How's my grenades doing? Couple of acid rounds. They're rolling zombies at me now. If you stop behind one of these. Oh.
Number 8.
Damn, that grenade fell so short. Ah. There's a fucking acid round as well. Hang on, what's this? Oh.
Jill. Here comes a crane. Use it to climb up.
Wow, she's almost as impressed as I am with that crane. I'd like to finish him right now, I'll be honest. Like, yeah, that's my idea. It's like, you know how much damage I've just done to the... Oh! Oh! Fucking crane to jaw, man. That'll make your eyes water. That'll fucking disorientate you slightly. You're a top man, Marco. Thank you very much for the tip there, dude. Marco 5 minutes ago with $5 there saying, live fast, eat ass. You would tell that to fucking Nemesis to just ate a piece of mine. Hang on. That looks final. He's acting like that's final. That's a definite Terminator 2. What the fuck? Was that the actual final fight? Because I had fucking heals and shit for days, man. I didn't even touch my Magnum hardly. Run out of fucking grenades.
Excellent.
Hey, Chongy Chongy, thank you very much though, for 27. No! Oh, wait, I do like the exclamation question mark of the achievement there. I do like that. I do like that. But yeah, thank you very much there, Marco. Top man, that's it. Like, speaking of liking that, I like that guy as well. He's alright. He's alright, he's told Marco. I say, apologies for the 5 minutes there, dude. Oh, middle of fight there. But that can't have been it. That can't have been last fight. I'm not even gonna look at stream chat. Like, I'm gonna find out if that's the last fight as we go forward here. But I like the achievement being a question mark exclamation. That's good by me. Top man Marco, thank you very much, and same there with Chongy Chong for 27 months, dude.
Hugo.
Much proof. Much proof.
I have to get that vaccine back.
Oh yeah, well, it's not exactly over, is it? Because yeah, I forgot about fucking Nikolai. Like he's he's calling me. He's calling me apparently. Oh man, it's giving me more shit. Like I need it. Well, the grenade launcher can be retired. Good job. Good job, grenade launcher. Still got fucking, what, 5, 6, 7, 8 rounds? Still doing alright is the guy. You know what, I'll keep the Magnum on. No, what? That thing's almost dead. Still doing alright in heals. Oh, I should look at the area a bit more as well. Shit, never mind. Okay, actually... You know what? I've got a full complement of... Yeah, I've got a full complement of... That'll go into the Magnum, that'll go into the grenade launcher, take my pistol. High grade, 2 regular gunpowders, high grade. Combine with gunpowder to create shotgun shells. Could do the shotgun, but there's not much ammo on it. But do I even have a shotgun anymore? Where's it gone? There it is. Fuck it, may as well. Take my grenades. Get that shit. That's alright by me. Get them no, it's gonna need to reload. Ah, you can't reload cancel, but you can... I mean, you don't even fucking need it, but you can... Ammo cancel. You know, ammo change cancel. That's fucking good. You saw on that last fucking fight, that makes a difference. Shoot one... I didn't go on about it too much. Like, obviously it was in the middle of the fucking fight. But I fucking dug that, man. Acid round, cancel switch into a flame round, cancel switch into an explosive, cancel switch into a mine. Like, ding, 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 ding through the fucking types and shit like that. That was effective. I'm not quite sure on the dots of acid and flame and shit, but that felt like that did work. Real nice. Scoobius Maximus! Thank you very much for the $5 there, dude. It's like a very long time fan of YouTube content. Good to hear, man. I hope you've well, no doubt you've enjoyed. You want a tip and just said then, right? Then we watched the old Resident Evil HTSF from time to time. Cheers. No, my pleasure, dude. And thank you very much for watching so long. Nice to see you on the stream as well, man. Cheers, dude. If you've not seen all of RE3 yet and RE2, I hope you enjoyed that as well. The VODs will still be up and I'll be getting one to YouTube as soon as I can. That'll be better. December. Trust me. Some people are like, oh, alright, you've not been saying that all year. No. Still. Thank you very much there, Scoobius. And Blood Reaper as well. Good evening, fella. So Blood Reaper saying, Umbrella Nest to use the T-virus on volunteers, in quote marks. Any successes were locked in a box for the warehouse. Failures were sent to disposal. Note that anyone over 30 was auto-classified as a failure. They died to either the acid bath or BOW, grim as fuck. Yeah, that last note or two was kind of fucking bad, wasn't it? The way they handled test subjects and the disposal quote center. Quite fucking grim. I can only imagine what's in this motherfucker. Electromagnetic weapons program. Oh, actually, this seems okay. Load of shit redacted. Ferromagnetic infantry use next generation railgun. Assisting developers, fucking US Army. 6,000 meters a second. What the fuck? Suppression of new bioweapons in case of an outbreak, so that's what this would develop for. Extreme firepower provides the secondary benefit of completely obliterating the target, leaving no trace behind. User feedback. This thing is totally rad. Tyrant's out of line. Just give him the finger. Oh, I see the abbreviation for it now. Problem solved. Packs the firepower we need. It would be even better if there was a way to control the output. Mobility may prove to be problematic in the field. Perhaps its platform could be refined. It requires multiple power sources. May be difficult to secure in practice. Could you consolidate to a single power source? Not a railgun. Oh, hey, Marco. Yeah, a couple of people. Actually, on stream, not many people have asked, but on Discord, like once or twice. I think I was talking to Ghostwalker about it only recently. Yeah, I actually think the remakes are A, fucking fantastic by themselves, but are actually very respectful to the originals. Like, Resident Evil 3 is, I've got to be honest, almost an entirely different game. It's very much within RE3's, like, story, like, canonically, but it's a different game. RE2 is, like, Remake 1, where it's pretty much trying to be the same game, but it's still massively respectful. You could go back and play the original, have a good time. You could play the remake, have a good time. But you would know with Remake 1 and 2 that you were playing RE1 and 2. Whereas with RE3's remake, you wouldn't actually... it's quite different between 3 and Remake. My first thought would be, that would not be great. After playing it through, I'm actually okay with it. It's a weird one.
It's done. Give me the vaccine, you greedy son of a bitch.
No. You bring money. I like money. We shall make ours an ongoing arrangement. Now drop the gun.
Is that Nemesis coming through a wall? I couldn't even imagine what a sloppy... Oh my god! I was about to call him a sloppy mess, and what is that? Oh wow! Oh!
Have you ever seen anything so incredible?
You don't want to be admiring it, Nikolai. That's how every bad guy eats it.
But, you know how it is. City's about to explode, and you can't put a price on life. Good luck!
Nikolai!
Jill!
Go after Nikolai! He's got the vaccine!
What about you?
We're running out of time. I've got this.
Well, with a face like that, I believe her. I won't mess with her.
Just so you know,
Fucking good, man.
fucking time.
Holy shit, he looks wild. God damn. Fuck me, that's my fucking desktop background right there almost. Jeez. I thought Birkin looked awesome at the end of RE2. This fucker's... You can see Nemesis just fucking... It's like Birkin all over again, isn't it? Except fucking... The mutating regeneration's gone fucking off of Nemesis rather than Birkin, so it seems to be having a good time of it. But yeah, in a nutshell, Marco, I've actually really dug RE. I mean, I always liked Remake. But Remake 2 and Remake 3. You know, Remake 2's kind of like the halfway between the original Remake and Remake 3, and I think Remake 1's trying to be really authentic, but just remake RE1. Remake 2's trying to be really authentic, but also trying to do its own thing at the same time, and Remake 3 is trying to do its own thing. They're all great compared to the originals. I'd go back and play the originals, I would go and play the remake, I would enjoy both. I am more impressed by the remakes than I ever expected I would be. Very, very solid. Speaking of very solid, thank you very much again there, Blood Reaper and Scoobius. Thank you very much there, dudes. Well, I just realised as well, I called out Nemesis on last fight, like, that's the only death he was going to put on me. And he actually, that was the only death he put on me. Oh well, if I'd not said it, it would have taken about 20 attempts. But generally, if I'd have said something, it would have still taken about 20. Anyway. Like I said, thank you very much there, lads. Oh, won't that be a thing, Marco? He's saying that takes me back to early HTSF days. All we need now is some MGS remakes. Oh, okay, that fucking arm has got as well. It's a fucking... You know what, mate? You get... Oh, okay, already. You get flame rounds right out of the gate. Defeat the creature! Oh my god, that's a fucking... Oh my god, he's blocking it with his arms. Don't know about that, man, but I didn't fancy it. Heart or head? Well, I guess I'm accidentally hitting heart. Well, that was right in the fucking face. I didn't reload my Magnum before the fight. Uh-oh. You're gonna scrape that along the ground at some point, man. Yeah, this is a... I'm about to say, this is a phase going off here. Speaking of phase, nothing's phasing it. Oh, shit. Say no way that arm don't get dragged towards me at some point. He's not just going to stay with this. I'm just wondering if I shoot his head or his heart. Oh, ow. Shit, I hope pistol can get it done. Hey, you know what? Here you go, Nemesis, just for you, mate. He didn't like that. He did, like, a forceful pushback. I prefer you to get the fuck out of my shit. Hey, I couldn't use grenades on him the entire game. I used one on him, and I did not like the cheese. You know what? His face looks good to me. Obviously... not in a cosmetic sense, but... as far as horror fucking guys go, yeah, okay, not bad. I think I should have been going at his art. I just get this feeling. What is that you're priming? Oh, shit! That get me? No. So just like a fucking sweep at you. Oh, I don't like those fucking things he's got on his back. They look like something that would, beep, beep, beep. That would look like something that would grab me and be quite happy to do so. Why do I get this weird feeling like I'm not doing something to do with this fight? Can't do anything with these. What is that? Oh my god, there is a weapon behind me. Holy shit, she just picks it up. How fucking strong is she? It looks heavy as shit. Oh my. For the heart. We got a fucking cutscene when I use it. Oh, the alternate power source is needed. I see the fight now. So I guess I'm gonna have to stay alive until this shit recharges. I see the fucking game now. Jesus. So that's why the arms are being funny like that. I was thinking, like, why are the arms coming nowhere near me? It's to stop you from doing that. Wow, he's powering up. Jesus! Holy shit! Oh my. Fucking... man. I got straight up fucking Dark Souls fucking... Essence Crush there, like, what the fuck? How many souls did I give? I mean, with the amount of zombies and BOWs I've killed through RE3, quite a few I'd suspect, but goddamn. Huh. Hey, Blood Reaper, thank you very much for the 5 here. He's saying, in the OG RE3, fight a damaged nemesis in the dead disposal pit. At the end, he's dumped into a pit to melt. The fuck, I don't even remember that. It's been too long since RE3, man. It was a long time from when I originally played RE3 to when I played the remake. Sorry, no, from when I originally played RE3 to the first original HTSF of RE3, and it's been a long time since then to the remake here. So, I think it's probably my least played, even though it's one of my favourites. I always play a lot of RE1. I've played RE2 a few times or more, and I think I've only ever played RE3 like 2 times, like fully through. One was back in the day, and one was the HTSF. I need to fucking do that again. But the parasite within pulls him out, follows Joel, eats another dead tyrant, and became Super Nemesis. Same here, but also more biomass. That's cool, man. So as he's melting, the like the sentient fucking arsehole of a parasite, it's like, yo, fuck that. Let's get the fuck out of here. Like, if it was just an old BOW, it'd probably just flail around going, damn, this is fucking shit. This is lame. Until it eventually fully melts, but not these fucking parasites. They have some serious fucking self-preservation and intelligence, actually, it seems like. Boy, Nemesis can use weapons and shit. Okay, I see the fight now. Hey, thank you very much again there, Blood Reaper. Top man. I was wondering how we got out of all that shit. And it makes complete sense now, the, hang on. Oh no, it is right. I'm about to say this put me back a fight, like, holy shit. Did I not save? Did I sort my shit but not actually save? That's weird, isn't it? Okay, that'll do. Get me a grenade launcher on the reload. I guess I didn't fucking save. That's weird, but thankfully not an issue. Hey, you know what? This is the last run. I'm assuming. I don't think Nemesis is coming back again from that. May as well take what little grenade rounds I've got left. Could take the shotgun. When it's 4 rounds. Be alright. That looks good. That looks good to me. Yep, let's get all the healing on the top row almost, so it's a bit easier to follow. Looks good to me. That's fine. Is that right? Drop a save this time. I believe it didn't save. We went through all the fucking inventory shit, and then it's like, okay, let's fucking use it now. I didn't even think to fucking save it. Yeah, speaking of more fucking biomass, I think that's why it's like Birkin. Like, Birkin looked fucking badass at the end on the fucking tram and shit like that, and it's like that, but just bigger. It's a fucking room filler. Yeah, no, right, Adam. Thank you very much again, by the way, Adam. Top man with Battlefield 5 over there.
Give me the vaccine, you greedy son of a bitch.
No.
Been enjoying a little bit of multiplayer here and there.
I like that. We shall make ours an ongoing arrangement. Now drop the gun.
But there's some, like, co-op stuff as well. I need to check that out. Hey, that's a pause, is that? Fucking Nikolai's face, like, god damn, I wish I was somewhere else recording and getting paid for this. You know, it's like... it's like, it's just that realization then, it's like... Damn, I'm way too close. I should be much further away, making more money, and not being in as much danger. I think that's why he kind of, like, bails it very quickly after this. No, not yet, Adam. No, not played. I need, like I said, I'm gonna check it out. I'm surprised how well the game runs. The game runs really fucking well. When I played the beta last, it did not run that well, and the multiplayer was not actually as fun as it is. So when I fired it up recently, I was like, damn, the game runs really fucking well, and the multiplayer just plays out quite solid now. I don't know what they changed, but yeah, it plays out real fucking solid. Cheers again, man. And yeah, I think there's some multiplayer co-op. I need to give that a swing. Last time I played a Battlefield, I think it was Battlefield 1, I played some of the single player, and I stopped because I actually thought it was fucking awesome. And I think I put it into a vote between that and Titanfall 2. And Titanfall 2 won, which is actually fair enough. Titanfall 2 single player was far better than it needed to be. Far better. Goodies. Right, I guess, oh my god, there's so many goodies in the room still. Right, you bitch. I guess it doesn't matter where I shoot him, does it? Nope, as long as I hit him. That is a fucking railgun. Well, you say that, Wembley. Stumpy, sorry, you say overkill, but yes, he's actually... See, you think I can take more than that? That was brilliant there, Stump. Perfect. Absolutely perfect, dude. Stump throwing down 5 gifted subs there. Some fucking names in that group as well. The 10, Wembley, Rebel, Lion, Marco, and Squadder. So you hit some serious names with that Stump, and an amazing timing. Amazing timing. Thank you very much, Stump. Absolute top man. Yeah, so only thing I appreciate more than the 5 subs there, dude, is the amazing fucking timing. Oh my god! I thought it was done with that. I thought it was, like, he'd already just swung there, and I thought it was done with it. So I kind of went back. You know, I went back to the well. I guess he's not as dumb as that. Fair enough, good. There's a, like, I looked at him, I saw his swing, and I'm like, okay, he's not going to be swinging back again so fast. So I'll... Well, you can actually skip that in the middle of a fight as well. Ooh. Oh my god, there's the sweep. Way too early. Wow, it hurts as well. You know what? Woo! Oh! Oh! Holy shit! Oh my god, poor Jilly's just getting sprayed and breathed and fucked. Oh my god! Oh shit, man! Oh my god. I am being hit by literally everything in the fucking game. It feels like I'm getting hit by so much shit. I'm getting hit by stuff by, like, Mr. X in RE fucking 2. It's going back. Oh, hey, yeah. Oh shit, he's flying. Man, like, literally everything. Oh, I see. Oh, you know what? Seeing the game a little bit more now. Maybe you've got to put him into that state to get long enough to push one in. Otherwise, he's going to get you.
I'm gonna put you right back on your ass.
Right, can I use it again? Or is it like all of them needed?
Insufficient power.
Okay. It's okay. No worries.
Please activate all power sources.
Nice. Need to start doing that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh! I don't know if that's my imagination, but that felt like I got fucking close to being squished. Man, that's a great camera angle.
You think I don't know how to fucking...
You're giving some shit. On the same team here, Jill. Good stuff. I'm giving out some fucking smack. Got Jill giving out some smack. Splash. Oh my god, that is splash. Oh my. I'm assuming we're operating under classic video game boss rules, and it's going to be free and done. So I'll probably have to do this once more.
All power sources activated.
Yeah, for now.
I am sick of your shit.
I'm just fucking enjoying myself. Sorry, lads. I wanted it in his face. By the time that lands... Oh, I don't like how he's going down that fucking hard. W? Are we going for... Yep. Oh!
Next time,
What?
fucking hit.
Fucking Jesus Christ! Oh, yes. I had a hand in all of this. I guess we're not operating under old school rules. Remake 3 changing the rules.
Good riddance.
Man, it went through the fucking wall. Oh my god. It's self a fucking alarm. Beautiful. Oh, let's just think about... let's just think about this fucking... From my perspective, let's just think about this. RE2 ends with a fucking minigun. One of my 3 favourite fucking weapons in a fucking shooter, action game, movie, anything. It's not something... If you had to have, like, 3, like, realistic, sort of, not realistic, but, you know, like, practical weapons, no, they'd probably be fucking pistols and shotguns. But as far as video games and shit goes, miniguns, railguns, rocket launchers. Fucking end of RE2, fucking minigun. End of RE3, railgun. Holy fucking shit. And in fact, I think the end of RE2 Leon was a fucking rocket launcher. End of RE2 for Claire was a fucking minigun. End of RE3 is a fucking railgun. It's like they've seen me fucking coming. I'm not even fucking making that shit up. You guys fucking know over fucking years, over the decade and a half. I always go off about miniguns. Minigun, chain gun, Gatling gun, anything that shits out a lot of fucking lead in a short amount of time. Always gonna be on board. Rocket launchers, no shit. Fucking Quake. Done. And, you know, like, point made. Quake. No way I can't walk down my fucking damage hole. Like, that was half the fucking fun there. Anyway. Miniguns, rocket launchers, and how do I get out of this shithole? Hang on, what the fuck? That's my way out in it. No, wait, what's that over there? Hang on. What's that over there? Miniguns, rocket launchers, railguns. And RE2 and 3 is literally giving you all free for the end. Literally all free. No wonder the fucking game sits right. I mean, maybe it did it because it did sit so right. Maybe it's like, hey, you're alright, you. It's like, no, you're alright. It's like, no. You're alright. You've appreciated. Here's your reward.
Can't let Nikolai get away with that vaccine.
3 of your 3 favourite fucking video game and movie guns. Get the fuck out. I tell you what should be a favourite gun of mine, but you just don't see it used enough. It's a bit more of an edge case sort of thing. You don't see it used enough, and when you do see it, it's never done fully right. Fucking bolters. You know, like a Warhammer 40k bolter. Not a bolt gun, or a bolt pistol, an actual fucking bolter. Sounds like a fucking tank cannon going off rapid fire and shit like that. I would love to fucking see that shit. You just don't fucking see them done right. If you see a bolter firing right, it doesn't sound right. It's fucking, it's rare it actually sounds right either. I'm actually kind of salty about the lack of adequate sounding bolters. One day a game will get it right. One of them did. Is it one of the... No, I don't think it's even Dawn of War, you know. Like, I'm sure one 40k game got it right. And the bolter sounds like a tank cannon going off. Which is what it's supposed to be. One day. There will be a bolter worthy of my love. Jesus, I would say, who's this man? Is it Mr... Wow, he's...
We're not going to stop. Promised you this, didn't
Oh, Nikolai.
Any idea what you've just done?
No. Don't care. My client ordered me to reduce umbrella to rub.
10 minutes until missile
Ah.
impact.
The missile has launched. And that is my cue. Goodbye, Miss Valentine. Shame you didn't listen to me when you had the chance.
Oh, he definitely fucking spaced you, Nikolai. Fucking shoulder barge can be good if you use it right. Oh, we've actually got some normal action as far as RE goes. Like, some fucking regular stuff going down. I mean... It's almost weird.
Shoot him!
Which one's which? I can't tell who's who.
Hit you.
Do it! You have to!
Who's the real Carlos? I can't... Did I press something there?
Carlos! No!
What the fuck? What happened? Nikolai win the game?
Knew you couldn't pull the trigger.
What was that? Fucking Nikolai? It seems like it don't matter about it. Something happened when it came up with the aiming thing, and I think I might have nudged mouse 4, and it must have counted as trying to shoot or something like that, and it didn't do it right. I'm like, I wasn't sure what the fuck was happening. Is this meant to happen? Is this not? It's like Nikolai's the apparent badass of RE3. Everybody was always worried about fucking Nemesis all these fucking years. Turns out it was just Nikolai waiting for his remake. What the fuck? Is that the canon ending? Shoot Nikolai! What the fuck? Oh, it doesn't say it here, but fuck me, that was a good tooltip there. Shoot Nikolai, in case you missed it, that's the thing to do.
I can still catch him.
Oh shit, I missed that. Chat's here talking about it was a ballistic knife. I actually thought he threw it as well. Did not see that. That's even more badass. Cuts Carlos's fucking throat and then ballistic knifes Jill.
Oh no.
Fucking nice. I almost want to see it again. Got him that time. That was a fucking headshot. You can book up fucking headshots in these two games, man.
I told you I couldn't leave you in a Carlos's world. That would just be too cruel.
Is that alright, it's Carlos? Hey, top man Colonel Campbell. Cheers, man.
Why'd you do it?
There's a price tag for everything. Even letting the world burn.
Who are you working for?
I'll tell you, if you get me out of here. I'll pay you whatever you want.
Ooh. I don't think she gives a fuck, tell you the truth, mate.
You're a fool! If I die, you'll never find out the truth.
I don't mind a little detective work.
I think that's a bad move, telling you the truth, like, but you know, what do I know? I don't think Nikolai's even surprised. It's like, yeah, I could have literally and would have literally told you everything I know. And instead you chose to be a bit of an ass about it. Hey, Nikolai's been an ass, but that's his fucking, that tracks for him.
Jill, you alright?
She could have saved herself years of bullshit. Depending on what he knew. But she knows more than, he knows more than she does, so bit of a bad move, that. Fuck knows how many years and fucking whatever she could have saved, how much time. How many people, as a result of getting Umbrella fucking sorted quicker or not. Could have at least been worth, it might not have known, no, but hey, might have been worth finding out. I gotta be honest, after the night that she's had, maybe she just doesn't give a fuck. Let's be honest, like, if you had a night like what Jill's had, you probably wouldn't give a fuck. And, yeah, that's Raccoon City right there.
It's finally over.
Is it, though?
So long, RC.
So long.
I felt empty and cold as the heat from the blast washed over us. All this death wasn't caused by a monster-making virus. It was greed. Human greed. I decided then and there, the ashes of Raccoon City would be Umbrella's ashes too. I would end them, once and for all.
It's the company that everybody fucking loves to hate. Don't get me wrong, Umbrella's fucking shit, like, but... Seems like anybody Umbrella crosses gets real fucking... crusade-ish about it. They real, like... Want some... I mean, to be fair... You know, you see your fucking friends and family, maybe, and, like, everyone you've ever known, and an entire city get fucking chomped, get noshed a bit, kinda pisses you off. But man, like, say, anybody Umbrella crosses gets real fucking mad and salty about it. They get fucking pissed. Like, no one ever tries to take down Umbrella because it feels like it's the right thing, or because like that's the fucking fight to take her out. No, everybody wants to take down Umbrella because they're fucking mad. Like, I don't know, like Chris, Jill, Claire, a few others or something like that. They're all like super fucking mad. Like, hey, say I don't fucking blame them. An entirely appropriate reaction, but. Yeah, Mr. Mad Scientist there, I think Leon did, because it felt it was his duty and stuff like that. But yeah, they, when it's time to go Umbrella, they go fucking hard, you know? What a great game, though. That, like, RE2 was far better than I expected it was going to be. I thought it was going to be alright, people had said it was great, but to that level, I really didn't expect it. RE3's actually surprised me even more. Even more than RE2 did. Because RE2 was the great one, and RE3 was, it was okay. Not great, not bad, quite short, but you know, like, not as rounded, not as fleshed out as RE2. Personally, I enjoyed that as much as RE2. My only gripe would be it's obviously not as long. But, like I say, personally, I enjoyed that just as much as RE2. RE2 was fucking awesome. RE3 was fucking awesome there. that was like Resident Evil, like what we were saying earlier on about like the differences between the original and the remakes. Like RE2 is still RE2. RE3 was only just RE3. You know, the remake was only just about RE3. It was very, very different. If I was to look back and go, well, what do you think your first reaction would be? I don't think it'd be favourable. If I'm being completely honest, if I'd have known RE3 was as different as this, yeah, if I was to go back, I think I'd be like, whoa, hang on. You know, they've changed up Nemesis quite a bit. The game style is obviously changed. It's using the RE4, you know, RE2 remake sort of like combat system. And the game's, like, pacing, story, quite a lot to it is completely different for the most part. It's like, I don't see myself enjoying that. Fucking did, though. Fucking did. Straight away as well, like, straight away and held for the entire 4 sets. I am really fucking surprised. Like I say, RE2 was great. I had no reason to expect RE3 wasn't gonna be. It was just what I'd heard. Not as good as RE2 anyway. It varies. I've heard some people say RE3 Remake is naff, and I've heard some people say it's fantastic, and I've heard some people say it's just meh. Little bit of everything, but generally middle of the road kind of stuff for the most part, unlike RE2, which is universally praised. Like, my only gripe here is it's not as long. That was 4 sets, barely 4 sets. And like, really my only gripe is it wasn't as long, and grenading Nemesis is fucking dirty. That's just, like, those Nemesis fights where you can just grenade them, maybe there's a reason and I'm missing it, but yeah, not so much. Like, other than being able to, like, one-shot Nemesis with a grenade, and other than the game being, like, what, 12 hours? And that was leisurely as well. I wasn't fucking tearing through shit, and I was fighting Nemesis the entire time. Except for one fight where it got grenaded. So 12 hours. Yeah, I think that's a legitimate. Dark Sheepy is saying, I got this at full price on release, was not a fan of how short it ended up being. That's what I'm saying. I think that is a legitimate gripe. For the full price, like, say you bought this for 45, 50 quid or whatever, like, when it came out. That's not a bad little tune going off as well, by the way. That's not amazing value compared to RE2. Like, the full release price of RE2 for what you get is fine. A full release price for RE3, yeah, I mean, I'll see what the bonus stuff is here. But yeah, for a full price, no, it's legitimately my only fucking gripe is the length compared to the other remakes. The other remakes generally get the game, make it longer. This is barely longer. Maybe a smidgen longer than the original, if memory serves. I always think of RE6, RE3 being like 6 to 8 hours, something like that. But technically, it's actually longer than the original, if my memory's correct there. But, by contrast to the remakes, and how much time you get out of them, nah. But what you get there, like, that was... Except, I don't know, it might just be me, I fucking loved the ride. It was more of a ride than Remake 2, there's no doubt, but I really enjoyed it, and sometimes you get put onto a ride and it's kind of brainless and you don't, personally I don't even fucking enjoy it, but that was still right. That's honestly the best kind of, quote, ride that I can think of, like, HTSF wise and of recent memory. Like, RE2 was genuinely brutal, and you had to proper think about shit and proper go about it right. RE3 was more of a ride. You strap in, don't forget an helmet, and off you go. You know, like, it didn't require quite as much thought, and it wasn't quite as difficult. Like, it wasn't as difficult. On this difficulty, anyway, here there's more and more and more. At least one more difficulty. Is it Nightmare then Inferno, or Inferno then Nightmare, something like that, or is it just Inferno? But either way, there's more to it. But yeah, slightly more of a ride than the second remake, but fucking what a ride. Fucking super enjoyable, I thought. Super fucking fun. And it's such an enjoyable ride. I really, like, if you put a gun to my head and you say, which one's better? What do you think, anyway? Do you think RE2? Do you think RE3? Which one's better? Oh, I fucking don't like it, but I'm gonna say RE2 just for the sheer length. And... oh, thank you very much as well. That's my time. Thank you very much there, dude. And Colonel Campbell as well. My apologies, dude. It was just the ending ramble sort of thing here. My apologies, that was like 10 minutes ago there. But if you put a gun to my head, I don't know. It's so strange because Remake 2 is genuinely Remake 2. It takes what Remake 1 did and goes a little bit further with it. But the third remake, that's taking what the second remake did and then kind of running further with the remake element of it. Not getting the original game and running further with the original game to make a remake, but running with the remade stuff to make... it's almost like a remake of a remake. You know? So it's quite different. Like, Remake 2 is long and difficult and has great replayability. We'll see with Remake 3 in a second here, but like I say, quite long, great value, and very, very fucking solid and very, very fucking fun. Remake 3 is more cinematic, in my opinion, more, not a movie, but, you know, just more cinematic with it all, and that makes certain elements better to me, and certain elements worse. Like, as an overall story and, like, that you're watching, I'd actually give that to RE3. If you're playing and you want more out of, you know, you want more sets and more hours out of the game, it's definitely RE2. I think it's actually hard to compare the two. They're both Resident Evil and they're both remakes, but they actually approach it quite differently. Yeah, that, you know, Mr. Madsign, that's actually a pretty good way of putting it. RE2 is more atmospheric, he says, slow and psychological horror. RE3 is more of a fast-paced action game where you feel you have to keep running it. I think that's a really good way of putting it. Like, the third one is definitely more action-centric, more cinematic, and is trying to kind of, like, push you via Nemesis from A to B as quickly as you can. The second remake... that's a bit different. That's trying to lock you in a place with Mr. X, make you worried and unable to move until it's time to go, and it's a different remake style. It's a different game style. It's still Resident Evil, but it's quite different. Quite different. You put a gun to my head, I'm gonna say RE2. I really enjoyed the extra content to RE2. I enjoyed just how long it was overall. I think it's probably one of the most amazing AAA fucking value things for a single player AAA. Best value I've seen in fucking a decade. It's probably since like Orange Box or something like that, and that's got a lot of multiplayer in there still. But you know, like that is some serious fucking value. So I'd give it very slightly to RE2, purely based on I love the hardcore run. Like, the difficulty was perfect in RE2, perfect. RE3 was slightly easy to me. Flex. And, that's literally what just inches RE2 above for me. It's the almost tailored difficulty of RE2 when I played Leon. The only thing that slightly brings it up there, the length of the game and the tailored difficulty. Outside of the length of the game, and outside of the difficulty being perfect for me personally in RE2, I fucking struggle. I would really fucking struggle to say one or the other. And if you want, put it this way, if you want to take the difficulty away and say I'd struggle just as much with RE3 as I did with RE2, that gets much fucking closer. If RE3 was almost as long as RE2, it gets identical, if not actually slightly favouring RE3. It depends if you want to gymnastic shit around a little bit. If you want to move the goalpost slightly, RE3 will take it. If you want to kind of stay legit, I think it's RE2. With a gun to my head, it's RE2, but both are great. Man, that should have been 1337 almost. Another try or two? That'd have been, well. C rank's not bad. I'm okay with this. Wow, it ejected me back to the main screen, huh? It was funny with the redesign of Nemesis as well. Like, I was not keen to begin with, man. It looked like a wrapped up fucking... It looked like it'd been wrapped in bin liners. It's like, no, no, no. Don't do his boy like that, man. Don't wrap him in fucking bin bags. But it actually... You see, stood still. Definitely his original design. His head's pretty alright now, but definitely his original design. In motion, I actually quite like it. For some reason or another, I'm not sure exactly why, but in motion, it actually works. I was thinking that was like some kind of cope. Or, you know, like just trying to excuse it. It's not. Like, standing still, I legitimately don't like the new design. When he's coming at you, and you're actually playing the game, or it's in a cutscene, it fucking works fine. Maybe not to begin with when he's literally got a bin bag on his fucking head. Maybe not to begin with. But, yeah, outside of that, it fucking, I don't know. It feels like I'm just trying to, like, white knight for RE3, and I'm really not. I'm really not. I just genuinely fucking enjoyed that. Like, fuck. And you think, like, hey, you know me, I'm all up for me action and stuff like that, but not action at the price of story or gameplay or all like that. I mean, shit, I think I only banged on last set that I don't like the new Transformers movies because they take a fucking, an action-centric fucking approach. That's all it's trying to be about, trying. Ooh, I got Sissal there. But, yeah, you'd think I would instantly score down RE3 for just going down that approach compared to R2, but I didn't. It did it well. I really fucking enjoyed it. I have no complaints. Really no complaints. Hey, Colonel Campbell, thank you very much there, dude. Cheers for the 5. My apologies, it was just before the ending fight in credits and ramble and stuff like that. The OTG can't do that. The future will be changed and you created a time paradox. Was that with the Nikolai stuff? Should've just left it there. Should just left it where Nikolai fucking got Jill and Carlos, and he went, oh well, hey, I guess that's how RE3 ends. Who knew? Thank you very much, Colonel Campbell. Oh, wait a minute. What, you can't do that? Future be changed. You could have time part. Doesn't. That's an MG. Not just because of your name there. That's an MGS reference. I'm sure. Which one? It's like. I've read that like 3 times now, and for some reason, every time I read it, it comes back more and more. It's either 3 or 4, no, 2 or no. It's either 3 or 4, I think. I think it's 4 though, because that's Old Snake, isn't it? So maybe I'm thinking of 2 or 3. But oh, MGS3 says Talos. It's MGS3 says that. Okay, yeah, here we go. My apologies, Colonel Campbell. It took me a few fucking reads there and a bit of fucking assistance from Stream Chat, but we got it. Thank you very much there, dude. My apologies for the delay. Top man. I've got Dr. Mad Scientist. Hope you're having a good evening, dude. I hope you've enjoyed RE3 as well. Great stream, OTG. No batshit Barry. On... Where? We shall see. Is there a way of playing Barry in this? Ooh, let's have a look in a minute. The shop has been unlocked. You can now purchase items from the shop, which is accessible via the main menu. I'm assuming this isn't a real money shop, because they would not make you fucking... Could you imagine? You have to actually complete the game to be able to buy DLC. No, I can't imagine it either. If you were planning on an HTSF of Metal Gear Solid 5, would it be your first time playing, or did you enjoy it and release it? It would be my first time through, dude. I have not played a Metal Gear Solid game since... An HTSF of Metal Gear Solid anyway, since the 4th one. That is some time ago. I think it's due again, isn't it? I think it's due again. Oh no, I tell a lie actually. About 2 months ago, I fucked about in Metal Gear Acid. For about half an hour or something like that. Just the first mission or 2 or something. It's the PlayStation Portable ones, isn't it? I think somebody mentioned it to me and I fucked about for half an hour in it. Was it Peace Walker? It was one of the 2. Metal Gear Acid or Peace Walker, one of the 2. But not an actual HTSF, no, it's been quite a while. And if the latter, what did you think of it? Like I said, unfortunately, didn't play. Was it, is it, oh, not Diamond Dogs, Phantom Pain? Is that the 5th one? Phantom Summit, innit? And, no, did not play it on release. I think Diamond Dogs is his group or something, innit? But I shall, hey, I'll have to check it out. I'm gonna run at the moment, like, the survival horror stuff, and to be fair, you can group a few things in there. Like, obviously Metal Gear Solid's not survival horror, but you've got an inventory, you're in 3rd person. It's different completely, but you know, you're sneaking around here and there, you'd have to kill everything. You know, it don't count, but you know, who knows? I don't think anyone's gonna complain. Thank you very much, Dr. Mad Scientist. Top man. Speaking of Top man, Blood Reaper with 5 as well. Cheers, man. And it's like, you asked and I shall answer. It was a 40k Space Marine that passed the bolter test. Oh, it was 40k Space Marine that passed the bolter test. I've only played the demo of that, and it was so long ago, I cannot remember. But I'll tell you something I do remember about Space Marine. The weight of the Marine was actually the best I'd seen in any game. Dawn of War, any other fucking 40k shooters, anything like that. It actually felt quite weighty and solid, like for the run. Like the dude's running, but it's not the fastest of speeds, but it's fucking the heaviest. Like the fucker's fast and he hits someone and they go flying. Like a running tank that fucking hits you and you fucking bounce off the motherfucker, like dives into a fucking orc and the guy's just fucking gone. You know, foot comes down on a fucking orc, like the orc loses to the foot. Really, really fucking really cool. I do remember that much, but like I said, it's been so long, I can't remember. But that's good to fucking hear though. Like I say, it's shocking. Like, it really is. The weapon is described very clear. This is back in the 80s, in Warhammer lore and shit like that. The bolter is described very clearly numerous times. That's why it's ingrained into my head. Ever since I was a kid, I've been fucking hearing about how bolters sound and imagine it in my head. And then you start, like, fucking, you know, you watch tank movies, you play tank games, stuff like that. It's like, oh, so that's what a bolter sounds like. It sounds like a tank cannon, except a bit more rapid fire. And then you start to see, like, 40k games coming out. And it sounds like an assault rifle. At best. At best, it sounds like a fucking assault rifle. Like, gross, man. It should sound deafening. I mean, a normal, like, just a regular guy can't even use a bolter. They have to use, like, can even use a bolt pistol. They have to, like, scale down the bolters, so, like, the Adeptus Sororitas and Imperial Guard, what do they have, like, is it bolt rifles? And shit like that. Like, I think at best they can use, like, a bolt pistol, or they have, like, bolt rifles as well. They can't actually use a bolter. Too fucking heavy. Literally take your arm out of the fucking socket. Just completely, it won't take the arm out of the socket, it'll literally just rip part of your fucking shoulder off. Way too much gun. Because it's a fucking tank cannon portal, mid-portable. I'm not even going to try to fucking say what I'm about to say. It's basically a fucking tank cannon mid-portable. It shoots literal tank rounds. Like mini rockets. Like... And then you play a Warhammer 40k game and it's just like pew 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 pew. It's like, what the fuck? That's not what I've been imagining in my head for decades, man. Not that at all. I'll have to check out Space Marine at some point. That's way overdue as well. There's quite a few games that are overdue, and Space Marine is one of them. You think I'd have been all over that shit, wouldn't you? Plus I have good news after 40 hours. Oh, do you know what? I was meaning to ask you, Blood Reaper. I was meaning to ask you, and it kept slipping my fucking mind, and I've been meaning to fucking ask you each stream what you thought of Darktide. Because you've easily been playing it more than anyone else I've seen there, and I was wondering. Obviously, I'm fucking curious. After 40 hours of the beta, Darktide has also passed the bolter test. Really? It sounds great. It's like a truck and Gibbs the target. Loving it, dude. Nice. The timing of that. I completely fucking I say it keeps slipping my mind about Darktide. The game itself was slipping my mind. I did not realise it was coming out at the end of the month. Oh, I'll tell you what else slipped my mind. And big thanks to Hidden Snake as well. Thanking him in advance here. Hidden Snake set me up with a copy of Callisto Protocol. I fucking said to the dude, like, hey, that was a nice surprise, thank you very much, but you know what's even a bigger surprise? The fucker comes out in a week. I thought that was coming out, like, after RE4 Remake. I thought that was coming out, like, March, April, something like that next year. Comes out in a fucking week. So what my plan is I'm going to finish up Stalker next set. And then I'm gonna basically, it's gonna be a rare thing, lads. You know me, I don't jump on. Hey, there's no shade being thrown here. I don't jump on a new game when it comes out. You know, I'm fucking retro anchored. I'm looking backwards more than I'm looking forwards, man. In fact, I'm not really looking any direction. My direction is fine the way it is. I don't need to look around for games. My cup overfloweth. So I'm not really looking back, and I'm certainly not looking forward to new games coming out. So I tend not to jump on things as they do. certain exceptions. I've got a big old soft spot for fucking, obviously for survival horror. So that's why Callisto Protocol's getting played on release. It's probably why RE4 Remake's going to get played on release. I've got a big old soft spot for Souls, which is why generally they get played on release. Generally. Not even happening with that anymore. And I've obviously got a huge fucking hard-on for Warhammer. 40k or fantasy. So generally if something like that's going to come out and it's going to be good, I'd like to play that on release as well. So it's actually quite good to hear that Dark Tide's doing alright. And, this way. Bit of a munch. But yeah, really fucking good to hear that Dark Tide's alright then, man. I might play that on release, I'm not sure. I'm gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna see how that one goes. I've no doubt I'll enjoy that. I'm not gonna play the beta though. I do know that for a fact. I won't play the beta. Every time I played a beta for a game like that, Left 4 Dead, Vermintide 1 and 2, I almost get my fill before the game comes out. If the beta lasts for like weeks or a month before the game comes out, I'm almost done with it before it's actually, I mean, I go into those games knowing. Like, I know what to expect. They're very, very fun. But, I mean, at least with, like, for me, like, Left 4 Dead and for Vermintide, there's a limited lifespan to them. And if I play the beta, it kills the lifespan, so I'm gonna wait for the retail to come out and then give that a go then. But good to hear it's fucking solid. Was slightly, you just don't know. You just don't know. Slightly concerned because obviously it's a 40k game, you know, after Vermintide you'd expect there was going to be a big fanfare, and there's been some fanfare but not as much as I was expecting, so I'm like, oh shit. Does it not run right? Is something wrong or whatever like that? But it doesn't sound like it. Anytime I've heard anybody talk about it, including Blood Reaper, it's been positive. So yeah, I'll look forward to giving that a whirl. I think it's the end of the month it comes out. I'll probably check it out then or soon after and see how that runs. But thank you very much there, Blood Reaper. Cheers, man. Like I said, I was on the fence about Dark Tide. After seeing you talk about it there, and generally it's been good opinions that I've been hearing and shit. I think I might actually pick that up at some point then. That's good shit. Yeah, with the bolter sound as well. Nice. I always, like, you know what? I might actually, after the stream, I might actually fire up YouTube and find the Dark Tide bolter just to see if it gets the proper seal of approval. But yeah, I mean, they were in good hands, wasn't it? Like, Vermintide was solid. So they were in good hands with that. Like, put it this way, it's Fat Shark, innit, I believe? Fat Shark. There's not many companies that I trust with the, like, Warhammer licenses. Like, who really does a good job by the Warhammer licenses? Like, Relic? I mean, they did. And it pains me to say, but Dawn of War 3. But we don't talk about Dawn of War 3. I like Relic. And I love the every game they've done pretty much before Dawn of War 3, and it's not a unique opinion, so it's alright. I think even Relic probably turns around at this point and goes, yeah, that's fair enough, man. You loved Company of Heroes and you loved Dawn of War, but you didn't like Dawn of War 3. Us too. Like, I bet it's like that, man. Oh, you're right, Datara. Oh, you know what? You are right. Inquisition's a good game. Inquisitor. I mean, there's a few more good ones nowadays. Inquisitor's good. Gladius is actually pretty good. More of a 3x than a 4x, but that's up my alley. Space Marine was apparently solid. I didn't get, like I said, I only played like an hour or something like that, so I can't speak to it overall. Vermintide did a good job by the license and shit. About it, I think. I'm sure there might be another game or two here and there, but there's not many. Steve, how you going, dude? Thank you very much for the $5. Steve here saying, what's your thought about the Dead Space remake? Hey, another one. I was saying only a minute ago, not many games that come out do it's like, I want to play that on release, I want to play that on release. At the moment, it's like, you know, Resident Evil 4, definitely playing that release. Callisto Protocol, definitely playing that on release. And speaking of Callisto Protocol, was literally, that's in the same fucking vein almost. In the same vein. as Callisto Protocol with the Dead Space remake, and it looks alright. From what I've seen so far, a couple of videos of the Dead Space remake, looks alright. I was actually talking to Claire only recently, saying they need to do... I don't know if it's going to be a one-to-one remake or not. If it's going to be a one-to-one remake, no. If they... Because I've seen some stuff and it looks new, and I've seen some stuff and it looks identical, like literally the same pacing, the same exact cutscene and everything. Oh, that's gonna be a massive fail. If it comes out as the exact same game, with a new engine, it just looks better. Dead Space 1 is an okay game at best, at least to my memory. It wasn't... It was a good premise, and it was a good start, but not great by any stretch. Dead Space 2 is vastly better. Vastly better. Dead Space 2 is what Dead Space 1 should have been, and then Dead Space 2 should have been something else. And then they shouldn't have got cocky with Dead Space 3 thinking they got it cracked, and then just do whatever and start selling shit and milking it or whatever. I don't know exactly what happened, but that's what it sounded like. But if it's just going to be a one-to-one remake, ooh, I didn't even really think about that. Until Steve's asked me, I was like, what's your thoughts about Dead Space remake? Like, I was actually, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Always going to be up for more survival horror, and Dead Space 1, shit, why not? Shit, why not? But I didn't actually think about it until I've said it aloud just then, really. Like, they can't just do a one-to-one remake of that. At all. Because it's not a right good game underneath it. It's alright. Oh, Steve is saying Isaac talks a lot more in the new one and reacts to things happening, and yeah, there's a lot of new stuff. Ah, okay. Because there has to be. It can be the same core game, and then built on. Almost, it doesn't even have to be, you know, like a Resident Evil 1 remake. It doesn't even have to be remade as much as that, but it has to be something like that. It can't just be, here's the original game, and literally line for line, scene for scene, it's the same, because that's not a good game. Not a bad one. Not a good one. Dead Space 2, yeah. Dead Space 1, nah. It's okay. It's worth going for, like, this is just, I'm going off of ancient memory here. But I do remember it's one of the few HTSFs. One of the few HTSFs that I've gone, holy shit, I'm actually kind of enjoying the game, but my god, I have to turn my brain off. If I actually think about what's happening, I'm just gonna be like, this is kind of naff. You know, but if I just turn my brain off and enjoy the ride... See, that's almost... It's so funny how that links around. That's almost like RE3, except not like it at all. Like, RE3, like, was at one point almost making me want to turn my brain off, but and then Nemesis shows up and it's like, nope. Like, they're almost the same, where it's just like an action ride. But this requires you to actually stay on form and stay engaged, and you do. Or at least I did, I fucking loved it. But Dead Space 1 didn't capture you like that. It didn't force you to stay engaged, because it was literally get thing, fix thing, get thing, fix thing, get thing, fight thing, game over. It was... Like, all I can remember in Dead Space 1 was fixing things, lockers, stamping a few things, picking a few things up, and then saying, I need to turn my brain off because literally nothing's happening, and if I want to enjoy the rest of the game, I've got to turn my brain off and not think about it. Like, what the fuck? Dead Space 2, yeah, there's a few cool bits with his misses, there's the old eye injection fucking shit. The gameplay was better, the setting was better, the story and the pacing was better, like, everything was solid. And Dead Space 1 was actually solid at the core. It was fine. It's just, it wasn't, like, fleshed out. Like, the bones were good. The bones were sturdy. That kid had been drinking its milk. But there was just no meat on there. You know, they fell back into kind of very rote gameplay loops. The story barely there, and it would have been alright, but it didn't lead to anything, you know? Not really. Hey, sweetheart, you wanna come over here? Put him a lap. No? Oh, what if I shuffle over here? What about that? Hey, sweetheart, well, The offer is open if you want to, madam. Hey, the offer's open. A good girl. Bit rougher. Oh. But yeah, thank you very much again there, Steve. And yeah, Dead Space 1... not bad, not great. I'm hoping the remake... See, what I'm hoping for the remake is to... kind of bring Dead Space 1 up to where it was. Well, no, where it could have been, but never was. That's what I was driving at there. Say, good bones, no meat on them. Dead Space 1 remake, hopefully add meat to those bones and get it up there to like Dead Space 2 and stuff like that. Exactly. Just a guy there saying Dead Space 2 is where it could have been. Like I said, they had a good idea with Dead Space 1, but it just didn't get fleshed out enough, and then Dead Space 2 is where they got it right, and then they veered off after that, it seems. Out of curiosity, lads. Ah. Are the... You see, it's got roughly the same bonus shit, but it... Ah, yeah. There's no, like, bonus modes are out, is it? Hey, good evening there, mister. Not too bad, dude. Not too bad. It's been a bit of a time for me this week, but other than that, not too bad. And, oh, it seems like... yeah, there's no bonus modes or either, so it's kind of like, okay, yeah, so it's a one and done sort of deal. Well, not necessarily. Obviously, you could go for the achievements and, yeah, you can go up the difficulty levels as well. Enemies behave more aggressively, enemies' attacks are much stronger, and enemies and items appear in different locations. So, yeah, okay, I think I was right to give it to RE2 ever so slightly. Like, when you compare this to what's on the main menu of RE2, this is actually almost shocking. The game being shorter, and this... It's not just the game's shorter, these menus are shorter. A lot shorter. But... the game itself is really fucking fun. You know, Asira saying, yeah, like, isn't RE3 basically DLC? You know, I think that's how it'd been better served, you know? Like, you could have just made, like, Remake, and then got Resident Evil 1 Remake, put it in here, Resident Evil 2, and Resident Evil 3, and put them all under the same, like, umbrellaed roof. Because, yeah, that, like, I mean, that's a bit long and a bit big for a DLC, and it's technically its own game because it's RE3, but, yeah, I would disagree with, like, as much as I've loved RE3, man, and I certainly, I look forward to coming back in future years at some point and doing that. Straight onto Nightmare. But yeah, let's just say you've got like 50 quid on one side for RE2, and it fucking disgusts me there's that price, man. But anyway, 50 quid on one side for RE2 and 50 quid for RE3. Oof! Holy shit! RE3 is a fantastic game. It's fun as fuck, and I really fucking enjoyed that. But my god, the difference between the two of them, wow! That is night and day. That's not even fair to RE3, if I'm being honest. No wonder the game's got less of a rep. There's literally less game, and like actual, you know, there's less main game, and there's less game, period. You can see that not as much shit went into it. Like, I banged on constantly in RE2. Look at this extra, didn't have to do that. Look at that extra, didn't have to do that. And on and on and on I went for almost 10 sets. No, more than 10 sets, wasn't it? This is great, this is great, this is great, that's extra, that's extra. Look at the fort, they didn't have to do this, they didn't have to do that. And then you come around to RE3 and it's the opposite way around. Like, where's this? Where's that? Did I not do this? There's no extra here, there's no extra there. That's weird. It's jarring almost. I think it's really strange there. RE2 is almost jarring because it has so much extra. And RE3 is almost jarring because it's got so much less. Really weird. Okay, so you don't need a gun to me head. You want to ask me which one, like, which I prefer as an overall game? RE2. Like, no question. It's got nothing to do with the actual, like, let's call it the main campaign, the single player. It's got nothing to do with that.
Gunslinger.
Hey, just a guy live. Thank you very much. You throw us up to Mister. Thank you very much there, dude. Top man. Isn't that weird? It's literally about the package. You have to put a gun to me head to say, do you prefer RE2's, like, remake story and main, like, single player thing through, or do you prefer RE3? You have to put a gun to me head. And it comes down to the difficulty being perfect in RE2. If you want to talk about the game as an overall package, damn. That is striking in contrast. Ah, Fimble makes a good point here as well. Bearing in mind, OTG, that the DLC for RE2 wasn't there on release. That would change it. Although, it would be there by the time RE3 came out. But anyway, if you played them both on release... that is a good point. It definitely brings RE2 down to more, like, less godly levels anyway, by contrast. That's a weird one, is that? It's like, yeah. If you want to make me, you want to say it like, go on, pick one. Single player of RE2, I mean, there's no multiplayer, but you know what I mean, like, you know, a run through RE2 or a run through RE3. It's a close one for me, I really don't like calling it. And I didn't think I'd say that with RE3, but it's true, man, that was great. I loved the fights with Nemesis, I loved fucking the flow of the game. Carlos was great, fucking Jill was pretty good throughout that as well. The city was well done, the set piece was fantastic, the game looked great, sounded great, played great, was great. Same with RE2. So it's a difficult fucking thing to pick between the two of them. For me personally, anyway, I think it's a difficult thing. As a game overall, as I just said, it changed a little bit. Like, one is so fully fleshed out, it's weird. And another one is so under-fleshed out, it's weird. But hey, at least the core game here was great. At least the actual core game, like what this is. Yeah, if I'd paid like full price for it, that's uncool. But I don't think I did. Very, very solid. Like, main campaign versus main campaign, yeah. Solid as fuck. And zero complaints. Oh, well, no. I think it could have been harder on hardcore. I didn't like those grenades one-shotting stuff, but you could elect not to do it. So, okay, fair enough. But I think that could have been a bit harder. And that's not even me just fucking flexing out, like, that's no gadoosh right there, man. That's just like... RE2 brutalized me. I had to proper fucking break a sweat many a time in RE2, less so in RE3. I wonder if there were, like... I wonder if more of the difficulty got pegged on the higher difficulties. Because RE2 only goes up to hardcore, doesn't it? I think. Whereas this goes 2 levels deeper. So maybe more of the difficulty was pegged up here. And they give you a bit of a breakdown here a little bit. So, I shall find out in future years, but... Anyway. In a nutshell, RE2 great, in a nutshell, RE3 also great. One is a bigger package than the other, anyone with eyes can see that. The package is great. The extra modes in RE2 are great, the DLC in RE2 is great. The lack of DLC, like extra story, unfortunate in RE3, the lack of extra modes, unfortunate in RE3. The actual main game itself, it's slightly shorter, I guess, than RE2. But, okay. But the actual pace of it and the actualness, if you want to call it that, of RE3 is solid as fuck, man. I'm just so surprised that I enjoyed it that much. I mean, this really had an uphill fucking battle. You had fucking Binhead, Nemesis, right out of the fucking gate, like, just bashing through fucking walls at almost double speed that he should have been. Fucking crazy looking. And he's got a fucking bin liner on his head, and he's wrapped in bin liners with warning fucking tape on him and shit like that. You know, it was like there was headwind out of the gate for RE3. Then you've got, I literally came off RE2 and went into RE3. Like, RE3 had a hard fucking fight to get up to RE2. It was going to be tough for it, and it fucking did. Can't say fairer than that. It fucking managed it. I give it mad respect for that. Like, it was going to be difficult to match RE2. I mean, it couldn't. Or as an overall game, how much it has and everything to it, it couldn't. But as an actual, like, single-player, like, campaign there and shit like that, yeah. Not easy. Right off the back of RE2. Going a different approach entirely to the previous remakes, even the second remake. Not an entirely different approach, but quite different. They took some fucking gambles with Nemesis and shit. They took some gambles changing the style around quite a bit from RE2. There was nothing wrong with RE2 at all. And they took some gambles, but for the most part, every single one was great. Yeah, like, other than being able to grenade Nemesis, which you can just not do, I don't really have a complaint there, other than, like I say, other than the package being quite thin. Other than the package being light, and grenades that you don't have to do, solid as fuck. Not as true to the originals as Remake 1 and 2, you could say that. See, there's a lot of, like, nuance with RE3 here. It depends what you're after. It depends, like, do you want them to be close to the originals, like almost a one-for-one remake? Do you want them to be kind of the original, but kind of its own thing as well? Or do you want it to just be in the spirit of the original? Like, it really depends what you're after. Do you want the more slower, methodical, atmospheric survival horror, or do you want something that's a bit faster and a bit more action-centric, you know, a bit quicker on the hunt and just plays out a bit snappy? It really depends what you're fucking after. I can see why the game is kind of like, it depends who you talk to, whether like RE3's liked by them or not. It depends who you speak to. I can definitely see how that happened. And to be fair, like, I think Capcom did that to RE3. Like, RE3 was set up to be divisive. The length, the lack of bonus modes and DLC, the risk taken by moving away from not only the source material, but also from what the remakes were doing. Like, Remake 2 is so much closer to Remake 1 than what Remake 3 is to either of the original two remakes. Like, so fucking far off. Really. But it works. Would have won. I couldn't even tell you, like, say you did, like, say there's RE4 remake coming out. Pretty good example, actually. Fourth remake, well, not the fourth, technically the third remake, but you know what I mean. Wait, no, the fourth remake, what am I on about? Anyway, Resident Evil 4 remake comes out early on next year, and what are you after? Do you want it to be Resident Evil 4 with new graphics? Do you want it to be only roughly within the canon of Resident Evil 4, and other than that, completely different game? You don't recognize hardly anything. It's all the stories shuffled around, the areas are shuffled around, it's completely different almost. Or do you want it to be a little bit of both? It seems like if you go down the Remake 1 and 2 style, it's a lot less opinionated. So I wonder if that's what they're gonna do. Like, I don't hear or see any division about the way that RE2 plays out compared to RE3. So maybe that's what they'll go with. Certainly, I don't think RE4 needs its formula changing up as much. It's not like RE1, 2, and 3 remakes where you're basically remaking from a tank control PlayStation 1 era game. Resident Evil 4 is an entirely different beast. I don't think you would need to do an RE3 to Resident Evil 4. But maybe the RE3 style would actually suit Resident Evil 4 more than what RE2 and 1 has. That's what I mean, like, who fucking knows? See how it plays out when it comes out, but that's some food for thought there. I would suspect they'd play that safer. RE4 is a fine game by itself. So I suspect that, I don't think they're gonna just spruce the graphics up. It's obviously gonna be changed up quite a bit. I'd expect something like Remake 2. If Resident Evil 4 comes out and it's spot on like Remake 2, I fucking called that. Like, you would think that's what they would replicate. Let's get what we did with RE2, but just make it RE4. It'll make sense. It'll be right. We shall see. We shall see. I mean, I'm not going to complain if they do an RE3 to it. Or an RE1. I like all three fucking remakes now. So I'm not going to complain whichever style they go down with, to be honest. I don't think. We shall see, but I don't think. I think you can't really go wrong with any of them. Am I getting tapped from the side? Am I getting tapped by the best kitty? By my sweetheart? Yeah, I love you too, sweetheart. You're a good girl. Hey. But yeah, absolutely fucking rocking there. Oh, speaking of rocking, thank you very much there, Blood Reaper. Blood Reaper with $5 saying, honestly, not a fan of the Dead Space put down. Yeah, I hope the remake will be good as well, but I'd like to point out, you played Dead Space on normal in an era, it's true, fair enough. In an era games got easier, in my opinion. They did indeed. Like, normal, I mean, you can't blame me for playing normal, normal was normal, but at the same time, like, yeah, you spot on, like, you can see it looking back now, like, the games were getting easier. So normal then is not normal before then, or normal now, really. As normal may as well have been 2000 easy mode. Just saying, try hard, OTG. Hey, I mean, that's entirely fair enough, is that, Blood Reaper? Entirely fair. My gripe with Dead Space 1 wasn't actually the difficulty there. My apologies, I might have misrepresented what I meant there. It's actually more brutal. I'm just being honest, it's actually more brutal. It wasn't the difficulty so much as the game itself I found lacking. There's just... like I said, the premise is great. The idea is great. More survival horror in that era was great. The production was great. There was no meat on the bone. There's not really that much done with the story. The gameplay is very, very rote. Very, very rote. You know, go here, get this, fix that, go here, fix this, get that, go here, fix this, fight an end boss. Not really done. It's just, this is just memory and stuff like that. I found it lacking in its gameplay loops. Like, I wasn't... In fact, the gameplay I could kind of get along with. Like, you know, the gameplay was fun enough. Like, say, everything was there. But the story and the... I don't know, just... It wasn't gripping by any stretch of the imagination. Like, it was just lacking. At least that's... I mean, it's been a long time, man. I could be completely misremembering. But, I don't know, like, it stuck with me for quite a while that, like, Dead Space even still sticks with me now. Like I say, it's one of the few games where I had to actually fucking say on the fucking video, yo dudes, I'm turning my fucking brain off because there's literally nothing going on. There was no story going off. There was no real character interaction going off. There was no... The gameplay loop was kind of dull. It was weird, like, nothing was bad, but nothing was really great. But the situation, like... The overall, was it the Ishimura? Am I thinking of the right... So, I mean, I can remember bits of it. I don't think it was a terrible game. I just don't think it was a great game. It was somewhere in the middle, and it's really weird because some parts of it I did think were legitimately bad. But some parts of it I legitimately thought were good. The combat was actually quite solid, especially for when it came out. The combat was sturdy. The stomps and shit like that, and the telekinetic shit was pretty fucking fun. The weight of the, you know, like, taking bits off the enemies was fucking great. Like, the fucking staple gun or whatever it was. You know what I'm talking about. Line gun. So, I mean, I remember quite a few bits and bobs to it. But there's probably about 10 things to remember to Dead Space, and half of them are weapons. And there's just not much after that. Like I say, the setting, the weapons, the weight of the combat was all great. I stand by it. I think the bones were sturdy and great, but it wasn't. It's almost like they finished Dead Space 1, looked at it and went, oh. And they got some of the feedback from people playing it and went, ah. I see. And then they went and made Dead Space 2 exactly how it should have been. That's what I was kind of driving at there. Which, to be honest, Blood Reaper is like, I mean, like I say, I'm just being honest there. I mean, the story's borderline on it. It's got the semblance of a story. It's got the premise and stuff behind it, but I think it needed like the other angle, like his dead missus and stuff, like haunting him in the second and everything else and stuff like that. It was just good. It needed to play on some of the harder gore bits like it did in the second. It needed just like the story to be more visual in a way. But like I say, I said it. I think that is like, at least from my opinion, like nail on the head sort of shit. It's not a bad game. It's just not a good game, and like I say, sorry for the put down. It's like I say, I'm just being straight there. Like, in my opinion, it's always in my opinion. Of course it is. But I don't think, like I say, I don't think it's bad because it's not. Like the combat's solid, and the setting's all great, and the idea is there, but the execution is just shallow. The story is shallow. The pacing is like off and kind of dull in areas, and it's just not used, you know, like everything's there but not used, and it's almost like it's muzzled. Like the story could be there but it's muzzled, you know, the pacing could be there but it's muzzled, the fights could be more epic but it's muzzled. And then they get into RE2, they get into Dead Space 2, and they're allowed to go with the story, allowed to go with the like presentation of it all, the visualness. They're allowed to like lean into the gore of it. They use the combat mechanics more and better, and it just works out better. Oh, I can't even talk to that. There's Blee is saying like, why are we putting down Dead Space 1? There's a whole Dead Space 3 exists. I haven't played Dead Space 3. Oh, I mean, from what I've heard, if you played Dead Space 1, 2, and 3, it's impossible to actually almost go at Dead Space 1 because of Dead Space 3. That's how bad Dead Space 3 apparently is, but I ain't played it, so... like... Oh, hey, don't get, like I say, hey, don't get me wrong. Like I said before, I don't think Dead Space 1's a bad game. I just don't think it's a good one either. It's right down the middle. It's worth a play. But probably once and then never again. Unlike Dead Space 2, where I wouldn't say that. I think Dead Space 2 is worth more than a play. But yeah, I'd say unfortunately I've not played Dead Space 3, so from what I'm grasping here, like, once you play Dead Space 3, Dead Space 1 just does not... You do not put down Dead Space 1 after playing Dead Space 3. So, like I said, unfortunately, I'm not in the same... I'm late on that party, lads. Quite late on that party, so... It's coming from an opinion of only playing the first 2 games. Well, that's what I'm hoping for, Mister. Maybe they'll add it into the remake, so it'll be better, OTG. That was the crux of the point I was making earlier when... what was it? I think it was... it was Steve, wasn't it? Yeah, Steve was asking about the Dead Space remake. And that was the crux of what I was saying, like... I don't think, honestly looking back, I don't think Dead Space 1 was great. Wasn't bad, but wasn't great. And I'm hoping the remake doesn't do it 1 for 1, because I don't want 1 for 1 with Dead Space 1. I want Dead Space 1 fleshed out to what Dead Space 2 was kind of, that kind of level. So if you get Dead Space 1, give it a modern lick of paint, and go at it as if it was Dead Space 2, plus, you know, a bit more character in the game, a bit more story. Hey, I'm all up for fucking, like, you know, find your own story, find your own character, put it in there and think of it yourself. But there's a limit. And not for that style of game, it don't work. It didn't feel like information was withheld. Story and character was withheld so that you could piece it together yourself and make something better in your imagination. It just felt like it wasn't there to begin with. And that's my hope for the Dead Space 1 remake. Not just more graphics. They don't need to deviate a million miles off. It doesn't have to be RE3. I'm hoping for like... I'm kind of hoping for like a Remake 1. Doesn't even have to be Remake 2. Just a Remake 1 sort of deal for Dead Space 1 where you get the original game, the original settings, everything's kind of the same for the most part. Here's an extra area or two, here's some extra fucking story or two, and the rest of it's just fleshed out a little bit more. Pacing changed, maybe to make it a little flow a little bit better here and a little bit better there, but for the most part, it's Dead Space 1 plus. Or plus plus. Kind of like RE1 and RE Remake, you know, like Remake's basically RE1 plus plus. That's what I'd like for Dead Space 1 and Remake. In a nutshell. That's a good point though, Blood Reaper. I'm starting to, like... I'll say, I guess when the remake comes out and I play that, I guess I'll slap it on the hardest difficulty. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, that's how it's kind of going in it. Like, I only used to play shooters on the hardest difficulty. Oh, Steve, thank you very much again there. I only used to play shooters on the hardest difficulty, for obvious reasons. However, I'd always play like survival horror on just normal. Never pretended to flex on that. I gotta be honest, after Remake 2 and 3 there, I think it's okay slapping on hardest going forward. I think that's alright. I think something like Silent Hill might get me. Because the combat's not quite as easy to control as what it is in Resident Evil, but... yeah, I think we'll start slapping these on hardest as well going forwards. I think it's all good. Thank you very much there, Blood Reaper. Cheers, man. Went right fucking down Dead Space up. Between you and Steve there, went right down the Dead Space rabbit hole. Holy shit. Oh, for speaking of Steve here as well, thank you very much, Steve. The remake OG Dead Space has more character. His face is shown. Oh. I was like, what the fuck? I don't remember this in original Dead Space. The remake of original Dead Space has the... I mean, never... You don't have to see his face, but it'd been something to do with the character would be nice. He talks and reacts and stuff like that. Like, he was doing a straight up fucking Gordon Freeman, but even worse in the original, you know, like... It can work sometimes, but not in that case. You know, people spoke to the Freeman. Kind of Isaac, but not really. It didn't... Like I say, it's entirely IMO, lads. You know, as always, fuck, I don't need to say, everyone's free to disagree, shit. It's the fucking internet. What else are you gonna do? You know? What's the point of the fucking internet if you don't disagree with fucking what's said on it? New areas and mechanics and fire... oh, yeah. Nice. There is no loading, so enemy spawns are totally random as well. That's sounding good to me, is that, Steve? Cheers for letting us know about that, dude. Like I say, I've not really thought on it too much. Just like, oh yeah, I hope it's like this and I hope it's like that, but I've not really fleshed out my thoughts on it. So, between you and Blood Reaper there, cheers for, refreshing me a little bit on it and reminding me to have a think. Thank you very much there, Steve. Also, thank you very much again there, Blood Reaper. Blood Reaper with number 5 saying the first game's story was more atmospheric along the lines of Silent Hill, but combined with the combat of RE. I mean, it's trying it, innit? Like I say, the combat is definitely RE, that's not Silent at all. And the, yeah, I mean, it's definitely, it's trying to be, like, wasn't like, is it the monolith? Or something like that? There's some kind of, like, statue artifact sort of thing, innit? And it's, I seem to remember, like, little cutscenes and stuff like that. It's definitely channeling a little bit of Silent Hill with, like, some psychological shit. The marker! Thank you, Fimble, that's the one. Yeah, the marker. It's definitely trying. I've got such fond memories of the second one. Such fond memories, and the first one... I have, like, fond memories of it. Up until, like, the last set or two. And then, like, having to point out, it's like, you know, I'm sorry, I've got to turn my brain off a little bit, because there's just nothing to think about here. But I want to enjoy the ride. And I don't want to get frustrated that there's not much going off, so I'm literally going to turn my brain off, click, there we go, and, enjoy the rest of it. And I did, to be fair, I did. I think it was just that brief point where it was like, I was starting to expect more from the game than it was going to give out. And I think I started to get a little frustrated with it, but, you know, wound it back in, turned my brain off, and off I went. And I did enjoy the rest of it, but... yeah. Like I'm saying, there's bits of it done so right, and then, in my opinion, bits of it just done so wrong. Like, I could. Like, you see some folks saying, there's no reason to go back and remake 4. And I can see, I can see logic behind that. You know, RE4's fine as it is, you don't really need to remake it. I can see the logic behind that. But if you were to say to me, oh, I don't think there's much reason to remake Dead Space 1, that's a completely different kettle of fish, is that? Like, I'd like to see a remake of, like, Resident Evil 4, but I don't need to. Like, it would be alright. But for Dead Space, yeah. Like, do you want the original, or would you like to see a remake's take on the original? Holy shit, give me the remake. Give me the remake's take on it. But if you got RE4 in one hand and RE4 remake in the other hand, I wouldn't be snapping at one of your hands. I certainly wouldn't be like biting at that fucking, you know, remake hand, like what would be with Dead Space. I love the psychological aspect of the horror series Blood Reaper, and the thought a whole ship of normal folk turned into Event Horizon meets The Thing. Loved it. Try hard. Hey, don't get me. This is what I've been banging on about. Don't get me wrong about the fucking setting, man. Like you say, Event Horizon. I'm actually amazed they didn't even reference that fucking sooner. Like, I love the fucking survival horror in space fucking shit. On a fucking ship in the middle of space, man. That makes complete sense. That is a perfect survival horror location. Like, there is no doubt about that. Like I say, this dismemberment was fucking great back then, let alone now and shit. But yeah, it done. From what I'm remembering, and at least when I went through it at the time and stuff like that, it just didn't present itself. Like Dead Space 2 presents itself, whereas RE1. I keep saying fucking RE rather than Dead Space, man. Dead Space 1 just didn't do that. Not to me, anyway. Not from what I'm remembering, and not to me. It just it didn't use what it had anywhere near as much as what the second game did. I will have to go back. Well, it's probably going to be via the remake, innit? Probably going to be via the remake that I go back and see it again, but I say like maybe I have to go back and give it a try, and just actually, because you're saying there try hard, and as you say that, it's so long ago, and you're in Blood Reaper, you're like going, I don't know, man. I think you just need to play it on hard. I think you just need to play it on hard. I'm starting to actually question my memory. It's so long ago. I'm half questioning my memory, and I'm half tempted to see Dead Space 1 with a new, because that'd have been like fucking 480p back then. Probably YouTube's killed the 480p version of it. It's down to 360p by now. 10-minute parts, because that was the fucking limit back then. Probably recorded at medium quality at best. Like, between you and Stevie, Blood Reaper, I'm half questioning my fucking memory of Dead Space 1, and I'm half tempted to do a new fucking run of it now. You got me fucking tempted, man. We shall see. We shall see. Before even the remake comes out, you got me questioning and fucking tempted now. We shall see. We shall see. I'm not gonna fucking commit to that now, but you got me fucking tempted. I'm there like, nah, Dead Space 1, fuck that noise. And now fucking after like fucking going through it over the last fucking half an hour, I'm like, shit, yeah, Dead Space 1 maybe. Like fucking. Hey, I'm a stubborn fuck, self-admitting shit like that, but I'm not one to be so stubborn about an opinion that I can't be changed off it, you know, like. I'm definitely the, like, you get some people that's like, ooh, I will not change my opinion, that's seen as, like, weak. It's like, really? I see it as a sign of being fucking mentally right. You know, like, you've got a fucking strong opinion on something, good on you, fair enough. But if somebody comes at you with a decent counterpoint, I don't know, like, that doesn't seem fucking weak to me to kind of, like, take that on board and fucking go, well, you know, maybe I can see it like this, you know, maybe, okay, you know, like, I'm not saying you have to completely collapse your point, but you can certainly take it on board and go, well, you know, maybe some more investigation, I don't know, like, maybe, like, that's where you got me at. fucking 20 minutes ago, I was like, yeah, fucking Dead Space 1, man. That's got no fucking story. That's got no fucking note to it, hardly. It's like a fucking beta of Dead Space 2. No, it's like, hang on. Was it not quite as bad as I remember? Maybe I just didn't find the story as much as I should have done. Maybe it was kind of in there and I kind of missed it. It was early days of playthrough and it's a possibility. Maybe there was a bit more atmosphere to it than what I remember. I still think Dead Space 2 was better. I would be amazed if playing through Dead Space 1 again would actually change that. But I am curious now though. I am very fucking curious, like if my memory is like a little bit off, or maybe I just didn't actually do the game justice properly to begin with, because a few folk here in chat seem pretty adamant. Like, they seem pretty adamant. It's like, it's not as bad as what I reckon, so... I don't know. You've got me curious. You got me curious, lads. I stand by that I do vastly prefer Dead Space 2. That is fact. I do prefer Dead Space 2. But you know, I only have like I said, there's a few nice things I've got to say about Dead Space 1, but for every nice thing, there's something less nice. Not in a bad way, but it definitely stops it from, like... You know, I can call Dead Space 1 a bad and a good game in the same sentence. It doesn't quite make sense to me, because there is a good game in there, but at the same time it plays out kind of weird. Like, I gotta be honest, kind of bad to me. But, maybe it didn't. You know, it was like 10 years ago, maybe it didn't. Okay. Maybe it wasn't quite like that, and maybe I misremembered it, or maybe I didn't do it proper justice at the time, I don't know. And you see, that's the fucking thing, mate. I don't like to, unless I've actually played something, or I have a rough idea of what I'm talking about, I generally don't like to fucking talk about, because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You look a bit, I don't need extra help in looking daft. So talking about shit that I have no idea about is not something I like to fucking do. But it is a fucking new thing now. It is a fucking new one. It's been so fucking long since I played it and did the fucking HTSF of it. It's almost like... your memory can almost like mutate over the years of it. Like bits drop out and bits get added in and might not actually be how it was. Like, I'm not even kidding, like, other than the marker, and other than Isaac fixing things, I cannot remember a single thing about Dead Space's story. I am not exaggerating just to make a point here. I remember there's a marker, it's a statue thing, it's a bit of a fucking bad thing, and Isaac's on there having a bit of a bad time. He's on that ship, he's having a bit of a bad time of it, and I think eventually at the end he kills someone, like a big fucking mutant, big round fucking mouthy looking thing. I can't even remember. I'm not exaggerating to make a point. There's a nasty, nasty statue, and there's a poor fucking maintenance dude running through the fucking ship fixing things. That is all I remember when it comes to story and character. I can remember the fucking telekinetic shit. I can remember some of, like, you know, I had to slow down like fans and stuff like that so you could get through shit. I remember some of the combat, like with the line gun and etc. Stuff. But the story-wise, nope, zero. Almost zero. But was that because there was none there? Or was that because I didn't actually find it properly at the time? Or I did and I can't remember it? It's been so long now, like, okay, fair enough. Like I said, I'm going to watch out for that in future. I think another example. Bionic Commando, the 3D one, was a great game. It's like, was it? You played it like fucking 12 years ago, you can't even fucking remember what you're talking about. You just, like, it might not be. I don't know. Bionic Commando was actually, you know what? Funny, I don't know why, but randomly enough, that's not even a bad example of a game compared to Dead Space 1. Another example of a game that's like... Bionic Commando, like the 3D one, was a good... no, not Rearmed. The Rearmed one, the Rearmed stuff was actually genuinely awesome. I thought that was great, really fucking fun. The music alone makes Rearmed fucking awesome. But no, there was like a fully 3D one, the one where Spencer's got dreadlocks. And etc. His complete new redesign one. And it's all 3D, and you got your grappling hook, and you swing around grappling arm and stuff like that. It's all good shit. Yeah, his arm's his wife, fuck off. Exactly missed it. Perfect, dude, perfect. The game itself, Bionic Commando, I think it's just called Bionic Commando. The game itself isn't great, and it's not bad. It's a weird one. It's funny how I just referenced that right there and then. It's not a million miles from Dead Space 1, and it's not a million miles from Dead Space 1. Like, there's actually a really solid and fun game under that, and there's just a few things, but it's not the same actually at all. It's weird, like, it feels like Dead Space and Bionic Commando are almost the same, like, they've got this really solid core to it, and, like, underneath, like, the bones are great and solid, and then the flesh on it's a bit weird, like, Dead Space has little flesh, whereas Bionic Commando's actually got some meat on the bones, but it doesn't taste nice. It's weird. It's not bad, I enjoyed it, but I think this is actually quite different overall. I think the problem with Bionic Commando 1 was it went on for about 10 hours longer than it should have been. Which is, I don't think that's an exaggeration, it felt like that. It went on a bit longer repeating the same gameplay, and then it turns out your arm is your wife. So that's not something anybody wants to kind of finish a game with. So it's a bit different, but the core is roughly the same as what I'm getting at. Really good bones, but not quite fleshed out right after that. But, like, still solid though. Like I said, just an example of a game that I thought was really good, but not at the same time, you know, like, loved the idea going in, liked it for the most of the time, but then came away at the end going, ooh, I'm a little bit like, I'm not annoyed, and I don't think it's a bad game, but I'm just not as satisfied as I was when I went in. I mean, also a good point there, Blood Reaper, is in chat there saying, you didn't rate Bioshock much in the past. You do now, just to compare it exactly. A slowed down shooter with, like, it's not really going full RPG, but it's not really going full shooter and everything else. And it was like, oh, I don't know about this. And yet, look at Bioshock now. Look at my opinion of Bioshock now. Could it be any higher? I don't think so. Like, oh, I mean, shit, your taste changes through the fucking years and stuff like that. I mean, fucking nowadays, I'm playing some 4Xs and shit like that. I never thought that would fucking happen. Playing a couple of 4Xs here and etc and so on and shit, so... You know, shit changes, and I was saying earlier as well, the memory of it. You never fucking know, like, some HTSFs are so old now. Different era, different time, different fucking guy almost, you know. Completely, like... Yeah, you know, like... There's some stuff that I either need to play again to get a new opinion of, or actually hold off a little bit, or at least prefix the opinion with, that was what I thought 14 years ago. It could be completely different now. Or if Dead Space is a case of that. I'm fucking curious now, like, how am I gonna fucking fire this up? But yeah, anyway. Before Dead Space 2 remake, Dead Space 1 remake, sorry, it's gonna be Callisto Protocol. So it's gonna have some competition. Dead Space 1 remake is gonna have to come out fighting. Because it's got Callisto Protocol coming out, like, in a week. And that's what it's going to get compared to. It's not going to get compared to the original Dead Space. Like, oh, isn't the remake so great compared to the original Dead Space? It's not going to get compared to that. It's going to get compared to Callisto Protocol. At least in reviews and stuff like that, you know, like your Steam reviews and discussion and shit like that, that's going to be compared to, like, Callisto Protocol does this, Dead Space Remake does this. It's not going to get compared to the original. Not really. Maybe briefly. But that's going to be its competition. I hope it's a fearsome. I mean, Callisto Protocol looked pretty solid. Kind of like what Dead Space... Almost like if you did Dead Space 1 over again, but with modern shit, you know, like Dead Space 2 sort of like approach and shit. Funny the amount of Dead Space that's crept up here now. That's funny as fuck. I think I mentioned Callisto Protocol and it's gone off since then. But, I don't know, I just found it interesting to try to, like, jog my memory of an old HTSF and, like, how accurate is it exactly? I don't know, I'm starting to get the feeling like only, like, a little accurate, not even as accurate as I remember, like. Okay. Well, that's... Hey, there's other things before I get to Dead Space 1 again. But fuck me, I don't know now, man. I'm fucking tempted. I want to see it, like, at decent res, running decently and recording decently and go through the fucking thing and actually come away with a modern opinion on it. Especially with all the other survival horror playing. Yeah, okay, you know what, that's going on the fucking shortlist, is that? We'll see. We'll see. When that happens, we'll see. And hey, thank you very much again here, Steve. I shall, I'm gonna go for a break after this tip, and I'll be back with some Retronomicon. Obviously, that's the end of RE3 there. But I'll fill out the rest of the stream here with some Retronomicon. I say thank you very much here, Steve. I hope you at least consider trying the remake, he says. Oh, hey, don't get me wrong, lads. Yeah, I'm gonna be all over fucking Dead Space remake. All over. Oh, don't hey, I'm sorry if I sounded like I was like, yo, I'm not touching Dead Space with a 10-foot pole. Like, fuck no. I'm definitely all about the fucking Dead Space remake. After talking tonight about Dead Space, I'm fucking tempted on fucking going through Dead Space 1 again. Let alone fucking the remake. And after doing 1 and the remake, I've got to check out 3. I know you guys fucking, everyone seems to hate 3, but I think I might have to check it out at some point, right? Surely. Surely. Steve is saying, I think it would surprise you after they added the meat to the bone. Anyway, good night, sir. Good night to you as well, Steve. I hope you enjoyed, dude. I hope you enjoyed RE3 there, man, and thank you very much again. Right, lads. Shall wrap up RE3 here. I have said everything, rather than just going over it again. When it comes, like, I'm almost including RE2 in with this as well. When it comes to RE2 and RE3, I think I've said everything along the way, and then everything afterwards again as well. In a nutshell, what a couple of fucking games, man. As much as I expected I was going to enjoy these two, I did not expect to enjoy it that much. They're honestly a couple of the best and favourite HTSFs I've done in fucking years. There's been some crackers this year, don't get me wrong. But I think these two are like a couple of my favourite survival horror games I've done. Certainly a couple of my fucking favourite HTSFs. They were a genuine pleasure to go through. I mean, I absolutely rinsed RE2's extra content. There wasn't anything left to do in it. Rinsed that fucking thing. And I'd have probably done the same for RE3 if it had it. The only thing I could do with RE3 it would be to do Nightmare. And I'm going to save it. There's 0% chance I don't come back through these two games at some point. Whether it's 10, 14, 20 years from now. It's going to happen. So that'll be what I'll come back to, but yeah, everything to do with these two games I was entirely sold on, entirely on board with. Anything that changed, I enjoyed. Anything that kept the same, I enjoyed. Everything, I fucking enjoyed. What more can you ask? I'd still play the original RE games. I would still play these remakes. I would love all of them. Can't say fairer than that. RE2 was an amazing package. RE3 less so, but when it comes to the core games, they were both fantastic. Both really fucking loved. I think I honestly picked up, between you guys and the actual games themselves, I picked up more fucking Resident Evil canon than ever before as well. They were pretty damn good at that. Really good. Not even just through files and notes and stuff, neither. The actual main game was pretty good at laying down some canon, and then you got like Blood Reaper and, was it Mr. Mad Scientist and stuff like that on the side there, with like some extra lore and shit, like. Very, very, very fun couple of fucking survival horror games. I mean, these two games have put me back on survival horror in general. Like, I'm happy to just go on fucking loop. With fucking, that's like the old original the War on Survival Horror from back in 2008 or something like that. It took like fucking 14, 15 years almost, but for it to start. But, you know, it might actually fucking happen in the end. Funnily enough, not the original RE2 and RE3 that triggered the survival horror war. It'll have been the remakes. It took so long to get the war rolling, the remakes came out and revitalized it. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot. Weren't we supposed to be battling it out for years here, like going through almost every fucking survival horror game I could get my hands on? Forgot about that. The fucking remakes remind me. Anyway. Belting. Couple of remakes. And only with a gun to my head will I pick one. If money's not an issue, as in like which game you're buying and how much you're getting for it, you'd have to put a gun to my head. Very, very fucking solid and super enjoyed. Super enjoyed. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Cheers for watching, and I'll catch you next time. See ya, dudes.